Preparing for a competitive exam isn't easy. You have to give deliberate long hours to learning, preparing, revising, and improving at the given subjects, and be under the constant pressure to fight your battle with such a huge number of students, along with managing other activities throughout the day. So, the preparation for this battle must start early in the day. My day, for the most part, starts at 7:30 in the morning, with me doing my morning business and doing my basic grooming and preparing my mind for a long day ahead. Once I am done with all this, which takes around 10 to 15 minutes, I head to the kitchen and make myself some morning coffee or tea depending on what I feel like having that particular day. Before I realize it's 8 already and it is time for me to sit for my first study session. With a fresh mind and an energetic body, I usually take the most difficult subject that I find at that particular point in time, which keeps on changing depending on the topic I'm studying. On some days it is quantitative aptitude, on some days it's LRDI, and on the other days, some very rare days, it is VRC as well. After 2 long deliberate hours of grinding myself, I get up and prepare for a quick walk around my neighborhood to keep my body moving and get my daily steps in. I really enjoy walking. It's the most uncardio form of cardio and helps me clear out my mind as well. Once I come back from a long refreshing walk, I take a shower and take my first meal of the day. Oats has been a constant as my breakfast for the past couple of months. It fills me up while being under my caloric budget. These particular oats are the chocolate oats from Muscle Blaze. After the shower and putting something in my stomach and some time wasted here and there, it's time for me to sit for my second study session at around 12. I generally prefer studying in these 2-hour blocks. If I'm enjoying the content that I'm studying, these 2 hours pass by really fast without me even realizing it. And on some bad days, it feels like a century. But irrespective of what it feels like, I stick for these 2 hours, and the feeling of accomplishment after these 2-hour blocks is just unparalleled. Moving on with my day, it's 2 in the afternoon after my study session from 12 to 2, and I take my lunch around this time. With my increasing obsession for working out and keeping myself in shape, I have to make sure that I am putting in enough protein to help me put on some muscle. So I generally take something that is high in protein. Anything like paneer, chicken or soya helps. It helps me fill up my stomach along with the desired protein I need. Along with my lunch, I generally watch some YouTube, play some chess or sleep in the afternoon, depending on my mood at that particular day. Once I am up, I sit down for the third study session, which is the hardest session of the day. After eating the lunch and lying down, my body becomes really lousy, and it's a challenge to sit through this study session. But I try to make sure that I complete this session on most of the days without getting distracted. Getting through with this study session probably feels like the biggest achievement of the day. After getting through this difficult chunk, it's around 5 already, and I head to the kitchen for my third meal, which is generally a cup of tea and a light snack. I either watch some content or play chess while I eat. Once I've made enough blunders and lost enough games and contemplated on the shitty choices I make in life, it's time again to get some blood flowing and be ready for the gym. Working out really helps me clear my mind, and this hour of the day is something I really look forward to. Working out a physical activity of any kind is something I would recommend to every aspirant out there, irrespective of the competitive exam you are preparing for. We must not look it as a waste of time, but consider it as a kind of a fuel that our body needs to keep functioning at its optimum potential. It really helps in reducing the stress and prepares you to handle the pressure. Anyways, getting back onto my day. After having an intense session, I go back to my place and prepare my post-workout whey. And this video is definitely not sponsored by Muscle Blaze, but if you guys share your love enough, then one day, maybe. Moving on, after this drink and procrastinating a bit here and there, I convince myself to sit down for the final session, which is quite challenging again as the body and mind both feels really exhausted by now. But you cannot afford to make excuses and will have to get enough hours under your belt to stand a chance of converting that B school that you always wanted to be a part of. By the time I approach the end of this session, I'm totally exhausted but satisfied on having completed this session. Now I still have 2 hours before I depart to the bed, which I give myself as a reward of having slogged throughout the day. During these 2 hours, I generally relax with my family, play some guitar, read a book sometimes, watch something, or do any pending tasks that I'm supposed to do. Before I realize this amazing block of 2 hours is over and I prepare to go to the bed and get a good night's sleep. This is what my day looks like on most of the days. Some days I falter and fail to get this routine on track, but it doesn't bother me very much and neither should it to you, given that you are achieving your goals on majority of the days and are growing constantly. That is all you should care about. There is enough stress already, so it makes sense to focus on your goal and keep things simple. With that, I would like to conclude this video and I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish you all the very best and would like all of us to make it to our desired B schools. Also, it would really mean a lot if you can like this video and support me. I would request you to subscribe to this channel if you would like to join me for my B school journey this year. I'll try my level best to share all the insights and life at IIM through cinematic vlogs and informative videos.